I am the senior man on the battlefield, and I am responsible for everything.
When becoming successful, people are going to look at you and wonder how you got to become successful, and they're going to ask you for advice and what to do and how to do it, and they're going to lean on you and expect you to assist them in many ways. And that's an incredible opportunity to step up and help people who are just like you. It can be in the slightest ways or the biggest ways. The choice is up to you, and you're going to want to make sure that you lead them in the right direction. And there's a huge difference between helping them and leading them. By leading them, you're going to be there by their side, showing them what's good and what's bad, and you're going to call them out if they're doing something wrong or something that's going to hurt them in the long run. They might not like it, but it'll be most beneficial to them. And that's what leading is all about. Putting other people in the best situation to succeed. It might seem super hard, but once you discover what is the best avenue for them and they show you what way they want to go, it will be extremely beneficial to them and to you as well, because you not only will learn how to lead, but you will learn what it's like to become a leader.
Make doing things based on their emotions, which as a leader, if you can't take a step
and use that knowledge and information in order for you to be able to continue to grow and expand your knowledge upon leadership and become more successful by doing that, and show others how to lead others to be more successful.
And with that knowledge, I walked into the debriefing room. What's the difference between the two? Because guess what? If I'm manipulating you, I'm trying to get you to do something. If I'm leading you, I'm trying to get you to do something. And many of the tools are very similar. So what's the difference between me leading you and me manipulating you? It's very easy for me to answer that question. If I'm manipulating you, I'm trying to get you to do something that's gonna benefit me. If I'm leading, I'm trying to get you to do something that's gonna benefit you, it's gonna benefit the team, and it's gonna benefit the mission. So for me, those are too easy. Those are too easy. It's real obvious. And by the way, if I'm a manipulator, I can get away with that for a little while, but eventually you're gonna look at me for what I am. You're gonna see that the maneuvers I'm making, the tools I'm using, I'm utilizing those tools for my own benefit. And as soon as you see that, you won't fully support me. The same goes for when I'm trying to make you do something good for yourself and for the team. You're gonna see that too. And you're gonna say, he actually cares about me.
I get it done, even if I'm just going through the motions. I go through the motions. I don't really want to work out. I work out. I really don't want to hammer on a project. I hammer on the project. Don't really want to get up and get out of bed. I get up and get out of bed. Now, these could be signals that you need some time off. And those signals might be right. They could be correct. But don't take today off. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Don't give in to the immediate gratification that is whispering in your ear. Shut that down. Do not listen to that little voice. Instead, go through the motions. Lift the weights, sprint the hill, work on the project, get out of bed. Now, as an overall rule, I do not like procrastination. You need to get things done. But if you are going to rest, that is one thing that you should procrastinate on. That's the one thing I want you to put off until tomorrow. And if, when tomorrow comes, you still feel like you need to rest or you need to take a break, then okay, take it. But the chances are you won't. You won't need that rest. Chances are you will realize that the desire to rest was just weakness. It was just the desire to take the path of least resistance, the downhill path, the easy path. And by simply going through the motions, you overcame that path.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like anybody else, I don't want to fail at things. And for me, like I said, if there's people out there that could use the lessons that I've learned and I haven't gotten it to them, to me, that's a failure. So that's the kind of thing that keeps me awake at night. The other thing from that perspective is, you know, you look at, you say, you know, you've seen a lot, you've been through a lot, and I've been through a decent amount. There's many people that have been through infinitely worse than me. I'm insecure for what I worry about is I worry about missing out on opportunities that I have because I got friends that will never get the chance to execute on opportunities because they didn't come home. For me to squander any moment, any second of my life, my life is a gift, your life is a gift. I know that for a fact. And for me to squander that is something that definitely haunts me. Every opportunity that I have, prioritize and execute. It's like, hey, you're gonna get opportunities, but I'm gonna look at them, assess them, and move forward. But really, I'm talking about the real things that I'm trying to do, that I have the opportunity to do. I'm gonna do them to the best of my ability.
Who took over, actually, we had a mutiny against our platoon commander, and we rebelled against him and went before our commanding officer and told our commanding officer, we don't want to work for this guy. He doesn't listen to anyone. And our commanding officer, who was a great guy, said, this sounds like a mutiny. Get out of my office, go do what you're supposed to do. And then a couple days later, he fired the guy and brought in a new, and when he brought in a new platoon commander, this guy was very experienced, tactical genius, very skilled, good shooter, just good athlete, just an awesome guy. Who was held in very high regard. And I thought, hey, this guy's going to come in and it's going to be like, we're going to follow this guy and he's going to tell us how to do things. But he wasn't like that at all. He came in and said, hey, why don't you guys plan this operation? And why don't you guys take ownership of this? And why don't you guys lead this patrol? It was awesome. That's when I realized, oh, wow, if you actually give people ownership of things, they take it and they do a better job. And that was the very first kernel, the very first seed in my brain about leadership, seeing it from the perspective of, if you're actually listen to people, then they're going to want to work for you more. And this was contrasted with the guy that got fired who didn't listen to anyone. People are generally surprised when I build up, and I'll be talking about build up the most powerful leadership, one of the most powerful leadership tools that they have in their entire inventory of leadership tools that they can utilize and they can exploit, and they can take advantage of this tool at the right time, and it's going to do wonders for them, is to listen to people. Just be quiet as a leader and just listen to what people are saying. And if they have a good idea, support their idea.
Well,